So welcome to Talkin Ball game day episode.
I like the energy.
Week 8.
Me and John are going deer hunting.
we are.
Let's just say that this week is probably
It's definitely the worst week of college
but knowing
football.
this year college football,
Anything could happen.
yeah, there's probably gonna be like 4 upsets.
Like-
even the number 1 team's probably gonna lose somehow on their bye week. I mean, it's just
I think the craziest thing that's probably happened in college football could happen this week, and that be Clemson might actually score a touchdown.
maybe
Might
who
happen.
knows. But first of all, thank you, Cam Smith,
see it.
with the
Thank you, Cam.
Just Jesus Radio Network, radio
Shout out,
app,
Cam.
internet radio app for all your gospel preaching, gospel singing. Our boy Dave is on there Saturday mornings, 8:30.
Oh, I need to do my message.
Also,
Better get on that.
with the American Senior Benefits, all your insurance needs, all that good stuff. Make sure you go give him a listen. I think open enrollment. If you go back and look at our other video, open enrollment is going on right now. So
Yeah.
make sure
Better
you
get enrolled.
go sign up with him. But let's dive into this. Go ahead and start with our upset pick of the week.
I'm going first.
Okay, you go first.
Iowa State
lead us
will
off.
beat Oklahoma State.
I like that.
Oh, you're going to do
And I mean,
pick too.
go ahead.
Hey, go ahead. If you-
Do a little
Hey,
foreshadowing.
I'm putting them on alert, baby.
We call you Dr. Seuss, my guy.
That's
A
right.
little bit of foreshadowing
I
action
can
right
rhyme,
there.
too.
Green eggs and ham.
So why is Oklahoma State losing?
For one, Oklahoma State is a imposer,
Yeah.
and they are an imposter. Rather, that's the word I needed.
Imposer. Yep.
They've faked it all year, and they've gotten by. Yes, they won last week against a good opponent. But they go to Iowa State this weekend. Iowa State's not been what they were supposed to be.
Definitely been disappointing for Iowa State. Some people had playoff aspirations for Iowa State.
I don't want to tell you wrong, but there's literally like 17 or 18 seniors between the 22 starters. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't quote me on that, but it's a bunch of experience. And
Their only 2 losses have been close losses, too.
Right,
True,
and that's the thing. I'm going to roll with Iowa State this weekend.
I like that pick.
John?
Mine's going to be a pretty cheesy pick. Clemson is,
It's not happening.
excuse me, Pittsburgh is favored by 3.
Yep.
And I'll be real honest with
Should be
you.
favored by 30.
I don't even know how much I believe it. But obviously I can never go against my Tigers. So they're my upset alert. Maybe we can actually beat the Pittsburgh Panthers in Pittsburgh. Probably not going to happen, but that's my upset alert.
And mine is UCLA over Oregon.
I like that pick.
Oregon, me
You've
and Dave were talking about this the other day. Oregon has, I know they went on the road and beat Ohio State, but that wasn't the
Usually.
same Ohio State team that is now
Absolutely not.
by any means. And the rest of their games, if you look at it, they've struggled a lot.
No, they have.
And UCLA has a knack for playing at home and beating some worthy opponents.
Right.
Not saying that it's technically gonna happen, but definitely Oregon needs to watch out. High possibility that they lose this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, granted, LSU's completely
Right.
falling apart, but we saw early in the year they pulled a big upset.
Right.
Right.
UCLA
And like we
versus LSU.
said, there's always, it seems like this year, at least 1 or 2 top 10 upsets. So
Yep.
maybe leaning that way.
It could be, absolutely.
Dave, who you sleeping on?
To be honest with you, I don't really know.
Are you sleeping in the morning?
But I wish I was sleeping in the morning. I got work.
Oh, you do got work tomorrow?
Yeah. I'd much rather be sleeping tomorrow. There's not really a whole lot of options here.
There's not.
If we're
This
being-
week's slate of games, like we've already mentioned, is not the best.
Yeah, if we're being honest, I didn't really have this one dialed up, but I'm gonna go ahead and just and I'll just take an obvious pick. I'm gonna sleep on Tennessee. They go to Bama. They do this every year, and they lose every year. This is not an annual event. This is an annual butt whooping.
Yeah, I don't think it's close.
Yeah, so I'll sleep on Tennessee. They have a good team. I think they have a bright future with their new head coach.
I do. I think Josh Heupel's the right guy.
I think they have a good coaching staff, but it's not going to happen this weekend.
Well, I've learned how David has had some frustrations with going third in the order with having to do a lot of picks. He took mine, being Tennessee, but that's okay. I will throw in there that Ole Miss ran 101 plays against Tennessee.
Wow.
And they don't get a bye week. And they're going straight into Bama. So that's one of the main reasons they were going to be my sleeper pick. But I'm going to go with LSU. They're playing at Ole Miss. And, I mean, LSU's defense has already been terrible. They're finally – the news is coming out with Ed Orgeron. Maybe somehow this inspires them. But I feel like it probably ain't. And I think Ole Miss wins pretty big.
It's going to be ugly.
So I'm sleeping on LSU.
Good pick.
I'm sleeping on the team that Dave called the upset on. I'm sleeping on Oklahoma State as well.
Yes,
Okay.
So
we got some agreement there.
got a little bit of agreement.
We're seeing the eye of the Panther. Is that
Yeah.
what y'all say?
So
Yeah,
something like that,
that.
yeah. But yeah, definitely sleeping on Oklahoma.
Dowsall Panther. Sorry.
It's a Bobcat Panther.
Bobcat Panther.
That had a bear.
Long story.
Big
Not
black
very long.
bear
Why
Bobcat.
don't you tell the people now?
No. Anyway, That's one reason why I'm not going hunting because I'm scared.
You probably are scared.
But
You
anyway,
need to go hunting.
yeah, I'm sleeping on Oklahoma State. I think they go into Iowa State and lose the game.
Okay.
Dave, who's your breakout player?
To be honest with you, this is one that I don't really feel too good about. There's not a whole lot of options here, but I'm gonna go this route.
DJ Uyunglele.
Uh-oh.
Because the thing is
Is that who it is?
He's talented.
No way. It's going to be somebody else.
He's got talent around him. We've seen him flash, and yes, he struggled this year. But no, I'm going with Dorian Thompson at UCLA. I think the UCLA quarterback is going to have a good weekend. I think he's going to flash. No, DJ Ugalele, he's dog crap. I'm just kidding.
I would
No,
like
he really
I
is.
would like myself to go with DJ Uyunglele, but I've done that about one too many times and been let down one
I think
too
we've
many
all
times.
done it once or twice.
No, absolutely. And so I'm gonna go with Caleb Williams. He's already shown what he can do when he got
Who they
implemented.
playing?
They're playing Kansas, so it's kind of an easy pick there.
I know,
But
Kansas gives them a run for their money every year.
that has got some truth to it. The old Jayhawks, but we've seen how good he's been since he got implemented in the Texas game and against last week against TCU. And it seems as if Spencer Rattler's probably at least got a foot out the door there in Oklahoma. And I think Caleb Williams reinserts himself and really shows why he should be the starting quarterback and balls out once again against the Jayhawks.
I'm going to go with a guy that's kind of been under the radar this year. Didn't really step up to the plate until
He didn't.
he had some other guys leave. And that guy being Phil Maffa.
Okay, I like that pick.
Not really a name that a lot of people know, but a freshman running back at Clemson that
supposed to be redshirted.
hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, but in the time that he has, he's stepped up.
And he's looked very good.
Has definitely looked good against Boston College for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I expect him. Pitt's going to make. They're going to try to stop the run, make DJ throw just like every other team is. But I think that they open up the running game some. And Phil Maffa has a good day.
I was just flipping through some of Dorian Thompson's games, and he really hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that pick, but he's going to do enough to win.
Yeah,
That's right.
But to piggyback off of Phil Maffa a little bit, I was watching Dabo Sweeney's interview after practice. He said Will Shipley's probably going to be a game-time decision.
Yeah.
And even if he does end up, getting addressed and all that, I really don't think we'll see him much this week. I'd be surprised. So I think that's a good pick. And Phil Maffa's looked really good. He really has. Kobe Pace is still that number one guy, especially with Shipley being out. But Phil Maffa should get his fair share of reps.
Be exciting to see him and Maffa and Shipley when they're both healthy.
By about junior year, it's gonna be a special backfield. It really is.
So we'll go ahead and get into our
quarterback will be.
picks for the week. Kind of just to update you, John took over the lead last week.
Let's go, baby.
At 30-11.
Stay strong.
I'm at 29-12, a game behind.
30-11 is pretty solid.
And Dave is 26-15, 4 games behind.
Comeback City.
So our guest picker still leading. Cam Smith went 4-2 last week,
Solid though.
and still leading in the
Hello?
standings is Kyle Collins at 6-0. So. And this week we have a special guest picker. He's
Might be having some
he's not on speaker. You want to put him on
By
speaker?
special, we mean
Yo.
special upstairs.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, brother
Do
James?
you have your helmet on, James?
How are we?
Dude, we're doing
Well,
good.
to caveat this for a minute, brother James is a very busy man. We tried to have him on, I believe, week 1 or week 2.
Week 1, week 2,
as our
week
guest
3,
picker.
week 4.
Evidently, he's pretty busy.
And he's
Yeah.
a busy man.
Yeah.
He's famous. He's a local celebrity around
but
here.
every day, James is a faithful
He
talking.
is.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, James
He's
is a
faithful.
faithful talking ball watcher.
Absolutely.
Come
Now we finally get him on the show. Welcome, James.
Great to be here. Great to be here.
Let's
Hey,
go.
and by the way, James went to the NLCS Game 2.
He did.
How was it, James?
Dude, it was amazing if you were a Braves fan.
Got to watch the walk-off and everything.
Not so good.
I'm fixing to fly to LA and watch game 5 right
He's getting on
now.
a jet right now.
Yeah.
Little private jet that
Little
Talking Ball's
pri-
provided.
Right,
Yeah,
Talkin'
all the
Talkin'
money
Ball
we've made.
sponsored our private jet.
All right, so kick us off, Dal.
But yeah, let's James, who are you picking in the South Carolina A&M game?
A&M's gonna kill them.
I like that.
I like it.
Um,
Go, John.
I think you can write A&M probably for everybody. Maybe not though, but I agree with James. I think A&M wins big.
Dave.
This is the thing.
Will. Shout out to Will.
Here's the
Here's
thing,
the
man.
thing.
That's my. I guess
That's your
what
thing.
I'm known as now.
That's your-
Here's what's gonna happen this weekend. This game will be close for a half, At halftime, the score will be 21-10,
Mm.
17-10. A&M busted wide open by the end of the thing.
I like it.
It's going to be somewhere around, I don't know, 38-41 to about 17-20.
A&M big. That's all I have to say about that.
I seen, I was playing NCAA, and you know after you play one of your dynasty games as like the coach,
Yeah.
it shows like the games of the week, and it was a matchup that is this week, and the score was like, it was something weird like 48-27, and I remember seeing that game like I'm gonna pick it to be that just cause. I forget what it was. I forget what it was.
That was a great story. though.
That was a great story. James, Oregon at UCLA.
I'm going to take Oregon in this one, but I think it's going to be close.
I agree. I'm a rock with Oregon as well. I think it's going to be close. I know a lot of people think that UCLA may be a spoiler once again like they were early in the season, but I think Oregon wins this game.
Dave?
Give me 1 second. You go first.
Not so fast, my friend. I'm going UCLA at home, pulling the upset against Oregon in a close game.
All right.
Field goal at the end of regulation to win it.
All right. So here's the deal. This is what's going to happen. I'm doing my best right now to do something, and I just can't get it to work. Please. All right. Here's what's going to happen, okay? I want you to know. Lift up your voices. Now's the time to sing. This is the day the victory bell will ring. Loyal Aggies, all for one, never stopping till we've won. Because the Mustang will show our team the way to fight.
This is...
Whose fight song is this?
I
He's
know.
actually crying. I think he's actually got tears coming out of his eyes right now.
Charging the enemy with all its might. Let's go, let's win. Today's the day the Aggies will fight. UCLA.
Why say Aggies in
I don't
in their
know.
fight
Are
song?
they the
Yeah,
Aggies?
no, they're the Bruins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think you looked up Texas A&M.
He probably did look up the A&M fight song.
No, it's the UCLA fight song. I googled it.
Okay, James, who you going with? LSU at Ole
I'm
Miss.
crying.
I'm going to take Ole Miss by 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Ole Miss. John?
Ole Miss as well, but I think Ole Miss wins big. 2 touchdowns is a decent win, but I think they win probably by 4+ possessions.
LSU is a trash can. Ole Miss.
I agree. I think Edo gets fired after this week. No, LSU. I think they take his agreement to stay for the rest of the year and say you got to go now. So, James, I had a little stutter. USC at Notre Dame.
This one's tough.
We're not
I'm
picking
going
the
to
Clemson
take
game.
Notre Dame,
Do what?
but I'm going to take Notre Dame in this one.
Notre
Who
Dame.
wants Notre Dame? I love James.
John?
As well with it being at Notre Dame, I think Notre Dame's a better football team. You know, you got an interim coach at USC. They're still kind of up in the air about, you know, who the next head coach is going to be. So I'm going with the Fighting Irish.
Dave?
I'm going to roll with the Irish on this one. Not really going to be much to see, I don't think.
I don't even think this is gonna happen, but I'm gonna be down by 1. No, I'm gonna
down
go.
by 1
I'm
there,
gonna go
Dom.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Yeah, just write it out. We got weeks ahead.
James.
I'm interested in this one right here.
Oklahoma
Oh, wait.
State at Iowa State.
That's awkward. I thought we were at the Clemson game.
Yeah, we're not doing Clemson.
I'm going to take Oklahoma State in this one. I just think they've got too much power for Iowa State.
Dave or John?
I'm also going with Oklahoma State. I feel like I've agreed with James on every single
I
pick.
know.
I believe it's going to be very close because as disappointing as Iowa State's season has been, they're still a good football team. They have a ton of experience. You got Matt Campbell, one of the best coaches in college football, Brock Purdy, the quarterback, and they got a bunch of talent. But Oklahoma State just seems to find ways to win, and that's one of the reasons we kind of keep hating on them, but they just keep finding ways to win. Oklahoma State.
Dave?
You hear that?
I hear it.
What do you think that is, John?
I'm going to assume it's a cyclone,
That's
baby.
a cyclone, baby.
You going with the Cyclones?
They're going to win this game 48-27.
48 to
Because I
20.
think that's what I've seen on the screen.
So high-scoring game right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just as I did in my team that I'm sleeping on, which was Oklahoma State. I'm as well. I'm going with Dave and the Cyclones.
Y'all could steal some wins from me since I leave. Y'all got
We
the
could.
UCLA and the Iowa State here.
And last but not least, James, Clemson at Pitt. Who you going with? And the score.
Ooh. I think Pitt's going to take this one. Only because I don't think Clemson can score more than 21 points in a game. And I just think they're going to be able to put up at least 35 on them. And I'm going to say 35-17 Pitt.
John, that's good, John.
Yeah. As much as I would like to say that James has absolutely lost his mind, he's crazy. He's exactly right.
Yeah.
I believe going into the Virginia Tech game, Pittsburgh averaged 52 points a game offensively, and they scored a bunch against Virginia Tech. Kenny Pickett, if he wasn't playing for Pittsburgh, he'd be in like high caliber Heisman conversation. He's playing as good as anybody in the country. Pittsburgh's offense is. Pittsburgh's defense is pretty solid as well. Clemson's probably going to lose this game. Yeah. And if I wasn't a Clemson fan, I'd be picking Pittsburgh all the way. But I'm going to have to go with the Tigers. Maybe we find a way to figure it out. I'm going 28-24.
Dave?
Clemson.
I don't believe that right there. Hail to Pitt everyone. I was going to try to read it. That's not how that goes. They don't chant it. They sing it. Here's the thing. I just did that one on purpose. Seriously, in all seriousness, this game will. I understand Clemson's terrible right now, but for at least 3/4 of this game, it's gonna be close. Clemson's defense is too good to just absolutely get rolled over. I think Pitt will win this game somewhere around the vicinity of 31. Maybe I'll give Clemson 20 points.
We have a split on this one, of course, with the Clemson fans. I'm going to go Clemson. I don't remember exactly what I picked them in the thing. I'm going to say 24-18 Clemson.
That'd be a heck of a defensive showing from Clemson.
24-18 Clemson.
If Clemson holds this defense, or this offense rather, to 18,
that'd be impressive.
Clemson,
especially as depleted
Clemson
as
will
they
be
are.
ranked after this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I think if they win regardless, they'll be ranked.
I agree. But anyways, thank you, James, for coming on here. And just as we tell every guest, if you go 6-0, we're probably going to put you ahead of Kyle because he has such an easy week, and you may win some sort of gift card.
Yep.
You know, you never know what it could be, but you'll win some sort of gift
It may
card.
not be nothing.
Could be $1. Could be, hey, high five.
So appreciate you for coming on, James.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. If you're still watching, comment.
Comment Bobcat, Bear, Panther, Dog.
No, just one word.
No, it's all of them. That's what
Bobcat, Bear, Panther, Dog. That's what Dallas saw in the woods. Also
Bye.
let Dallas know that he should be in the woods tonight.